Mike's Daily Podcast.
Welcome to FF episode 2024, I think it is. It's Mike Matthews on the slowest computer ever built.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I think this was built by Babbage. It's really old. It doesn't work much. Well, at Cafe anyway. But what the hell? We're going to have a good show today because it's a podcast and it's 2024. That's right. That's right. I am so fast with my rhymes. I'm glad you like them.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
We are going to talk about what Mike heard on the way into work today.
Mike's
Another day
Daily
up at 4.
Podcast.
I used to do this all the time.
Yeah!
Now to do it is sheer torture for me. It's like, why did we even hire somebody to fill in to do this shift to begin with when I have to end up doing a shift? It's that kind of thing. Yeah. And then having issues with technology, other people trying to broadcast from home and they have issues, and I'm not an engineer. I can basically rig up a way to do a podcast from home, but that's about it. So, Cafe Anyway, that's basically where we start off with today. As Mike drove into work, he heard a lot about the meat industry and heard a lot about how I guess we're all going to become vegetarians. We're going to really enjoy kale again and go, oh, kale, you are so yummy and delicious. And all the other green things that our bodies actually really need. Yes, you need protein, but you need that. You need the green stuff, really. And how many health-related illnesses... Wait, isn't that what an illness is? Is when it's health-related?
And here's today's podcast picture.
I guess what I'm saying is that a lot of deaths are caused by basically a highly carnivorous diet. If you just rely on meat all the time, you're going to end up not as healthy as, let's say, someone who has a more balanced diet, is all I'm trying to say. But, anywho, it's something... It's terrible. I mean, most people in America, I'm just guessing here, are carnivores. Have some kind of meat on their plate all day. This guy does. He's always eating meat. Because he is a dog. And they love meat. But in any... I know, Basil. Yes. Thank you for underlying that point. Good heavens. This is going to be one of those days where I have to deal with technology and it's like rolling a boulder up a hill, and just not a fan of that. Okay, hopefully it's not a rolling a boulder up a hill technology day for you, and things are running well, and things will be good. The other thing I heard, aside from the whole meat industry thing, and yes, we are getting a podcast picture for you soon. Now there's issues with Google. Wonderful. But yes, the other thing I was hearing, well, apparently there was a shooting on the Bay Bridge. Thank you. And that's caused all kinds of issues that happened like at midnight. But speaking of the driving in the Bay Area, I don't know if this is true where you are, but people are speeding, like really speeding. Like pushing their car as fast as it could go, going over 100. Just driving as reckless as possible. And there's always been a propensity in the Bay Area for people to speed. I know I've seen it. And people skirting the law. Just like flying through red lights, that whole thing. So, yeah. It's not good. That's bad. That's really... Let's take this picture of nice blooming tree that I saw the other day on my walk in Five Canyons and Podcaster Valley, nice blooming things, then looks good. Okay. But just what the heck? And you're endangering your life, you're endangering everyone else's life. This is worse than coronavirus, because the death is instant. At least we can kind of try and save you with the coronavirus. With you speeding, you're going to kill me. If you get too close to me, you're going to get both of us, you idiot. So, that's something that for some reason the coronavirus has begot. These dang speeders. So, the more CHP on the roads, Caltrans is trying to do some things to cause people to... What do they call it? Is it a rumble thing? A rumble strip? Something that will notify you to slow down. They got these funky, cool ways of doing that here in the Bay Area to just annoy drivers. And an S-curve. I don't even know what an S-curve is, but that somehow causes you to slow down. Okay. It doesn't sound... None of this sounds safe, does it? I will say driving in the Bay Area is treacherous. I've always known that from the times that I would drive up to the Bay Area from Southern California, from the Ventura County area. I'd go up there and up here, rather, and drive around and be like, wow, I have to really keep my eyes open because there's things on the road along with me that are on rails that are being powered by power lines. And there are taxis driving crazy, and oh yeah, these streetcar deals, the cable cars being pulled up the road. Look out for that, and all the tourists hanging off of them. So that's happening, and then there's the people that the Academy Awards. That's right. So I hate the Academy Awards. The movies, I can't remember the last time I went to see a movie. Well, none of us now can. I used to say that all the time. I haven't been to a movie in so long as we go outside a cafe anyway. We're bringing you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley, Mont today. No, yeah. Here's the thing is nowadays, you can't, of course, go to a movie theater. Well, now they're starting to reopen. I guess in Florida, they're going to reopen some non-essential type stuff. And Gavin Newsom has gone to phase 2 here in California of some non-essential things. But it's not like, you can go to the nail salon now or gym or whatever. I think it's something more school-related. But the whole thing with movie theaters now, so we're watching stuff online, of course, we're streaming, and finally the Academy Award the Academy has decided to join us here in the 2020s and say, it doesn't have to have run in a movie theater. Because that was the rule. Up until yesterday, the rule was you could not have a movie be nominated unless it ran in a theater somewhere in LA County. So that's why these movie theaters would get a lot of business, because you'd have these independent people like, I want my movie to get nominated. And so they get it to play in some small-time movie theater no one's ever heard of once. And then it could get nominated. Now, that's not even relevant anymore. And those movie theater... So it sucks to be a movie theater owner, huh? What happened there? So it's good for us, though, because we can watch these great movies at home now. And stream it and all that. And I watched some Academy Award-winning movie from several years back, The Artist. That was that movie that was filmed like a silent movie, which was visually interesting. I don't know if it warranted sitting there for 2 hours. And basically the plot line is the same as Singing in the Rain, where you have people that were once popular in the silent movie era. They can't make it in the talking movie era. And the artist, this performer, this actor who was huge in silent movies, he just goes into a downward spiral, and it gets worse and worse and worse, and it's leaving Las Vegas, and it's worse and worse. That's not that bad. But it gets, and then finally, finally, like at the very end, something good happens for him. But yeah, I mean, the guy was amazing who played the lead, the actor, very expressive as they had to be in the silent movie era. And it's interesting because this movie was made just a few years ago that someone could emote in such a way. Because with the silent movies, you can't, it's all got to be in your face and your actions. You got to overdo it, oversell it. So that was fascinating. Oh, and I did watch that Saving Mr. Banks, Tom Hanks thing. That got nominated a couple of years ago. Emma Thompson, where he's... Tom Hanks is Walt Disney, and Emma Thompson is the woman that wrote Mary Poppins, and there's a whole story about that. But I'm pretty much movied out at this point. I guess I'll be watching Community again. Because that's culture right there. Look who's out here. Hi, Mark. It's Benita the Rodeo Queen. How you doing?
To Disgruntled Fiddle Player tell you what.
What?
Any of those movies that you just mentioned, I don't know what the heck you are talking about.
It's a movie with the silent movie thing.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's got to be a car blowing up and horses and trucks. That's my kind of movie right there.
Okay. Disgruntled Fiddle Player. I think he had something in his coffee today. Hopefully it wasn't coronavirus. Look who else is here.
Oh, Mark, I make the delicious root beer handsome right now. Oh.
I was going to be sound effect averse today, but now I don't care.
That's not even funny.
Next show, it's going to be the wonderful Madame Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison Bentley. May you have wonderful technology success today. And if technology is trying to get you down, just remember, you can always unplug it, restart it, and things will get better. Just maybe that's a metaphor for life. When everything is maybe just unplug it, reboot it, recycle, and start over. And everything will be fine. It'll be a great day. You can do it! Alright, I will play that guy saying do it. Do it! Okay, there we go. Next show, Madame Rootabega, Valentino, Bison Bentley. Thank you for listening to FF episode 2024. And tell me what you think about any of the topics that we covered today. You can call me at 336-MM-DAILY. That's 3 plus 3 equals 6. MM as in Mike Matthews Daily, as in what this podcast has been now. For like a week. Wow, good job me. I want applause for me now. There we go. Thank you. Yes, so we'll try and keep it going. Probably not. But thank you. Would be great to hear from you. 336-MM-DAILY. And you can also email me, MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. Did I say that too fast? Here's Ariel to say it again.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!